What is up? What it do? What up, my people? What up, my good people? This is Club Shada episode 114, 114, 114, Saint y 14. Wow, that's a lot of episodes. I hope everybody's feeling fine. I hope everybody's all right. I hope everybody's in good spirit, like I'm in good spirits. I hope you had a great week. Yeah, it's the week. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday night. Yeah, I hope you had a great week and that hey, that you enjoyed another day, another week in the progression to the new normal. It's special. I'm going to tell you about my week. But first of all, I want to thank Shada. This show is brought to you by Shada. Shada makes you sexy. Just to let you know, just in case, Shada makes you sexy. This is the brand new product that is on the site. It's Club Shada with the new logo, camouflage version. Also have today the green Shada wear. It's the same quality as jeans, but of course it's lighter, and it's embroidery Shada wear. I'm gonna make one with the map of Africa as well, and I have a few other ideas. So yeah, just in case, the gods of good fortunes are here as well. I want to thank all the new subscribers who are now joining us and who are either new Club Shada listeners or watchers, or they just subscribe to watch some videos, or whatever is the reason why they are subscribed. So listen, welcome here. We are now 165,000 subscribers on this channel, which is amazing. Listen, one day we will be 200,000. That's crazy. So listen, Adama, Ben, Fatouma, Auréole fumé, Jean-Pi, Aïda, Paulo, Celia. Welcome everybody to Club Shada. And I also want to say that because it is the month of June, the stream royalty for now is still naturally Ben, but it should have reset itself. Let me check it out myself. While I'm checking this out, I wanna say hi and say thank you to all the sponsors who are here, and the person who gave the most in the month of it was in May. So June started, it's a new month. So normally, let me check it out. Why is this thing making noise? This should be silent. And I should be making sure that this live is live. Okay, nice. There you go. Now we're talking. Salut Seb. So let me check out all these things here. I want to know why this hasn't. Maybe it's by week. I don't even know. Why don't I check that out? Let me see. Don't mind me. You know how I do. Modules, profile, activity feed, widget, data, Okay. Calendar timing. Who knows? I have no clue. Well, listen. It will. It will know by itself what it has to do. I hope everybody's good. Thank you so much for Naturiben for $134 of donations. And thank you to Lil Maro for 12, Matt Music for 4, Naturi again for 26, and all of the sponsors. Thank you for your super chat. You are supporting the show always. Thank you so much. It's actually great. I want to talk about brands today. I want to talk about branding, and I want to talk about fan studies. But I've been having some interesting conversation with Lil Maro and Bodhisattva and Jack and my people that I talk to about my brands, about my different brands. And what up, Lil Maro? How are you, bro? You good? I know you sent me a voice note, but the show started before I could. Yeah. So I was setting up my lights, deciding if I wanted to wear my new Congo jacket or wear something red or be all green. And then I was like, all green looks nice. So then I went all green. Milliardaire 7, comment ça va? C'était pas Caroline avant? Ah oui, tu as changé de nom. Je reconnais le logo. Enfin, le logo, le chien. Hey, Queen Julie, comment ça va? What's good? What it do, ZL? What up, brother? Sirène des Îles, comment ça va? What is good for you? What it do, Eliano? Bonne noite. Joel Amen, congrats on the show yesterday. I enjoyed it. Buddy told me that he watched the show as he received the link. I sent the link to everybody late because I catch the show late. But him and a few other people told me they watched the show afterwards and they enjoyed it. Bienvenue, Anthony. Welcome. Merci. Merci pour tous les conseils que tu m'as donnés chez Naturi. Je progresse sur les projets. Je t'en ferai bientôt part de la part de Sine. Ah, yeah, c'était Sine, effectivement. Avec plaisir. Le Cyprien, and we are happy that you are here with us as well. You see that? You see that? We already have 80 people here. That's amazing after only 18 minutes. That's cool. So what I'm going to talk about, I'm going to talk to you about branding. I'm going to talk to you about... Hey! Merci beaucoup, Sirène des Îles. Sirène des Îles va devenir notre stream royalty. I'm telling you. She's going to be the stream royalty this month. Watch her move. You're going to see. Before we begin, I want to tell you that I'm going to have a special guest. Ça va bien et toi? We good. We're going to have a special guest on Sunday. So I'm going to make you discover somebody that lives in Miami, I believe. He's in the US. And he's a Congolese rapper that have the particularity to perform usually in Lingala. And yeah, listen, he's been having a lot of buzz through the years. And yeah, he told me, yo, I'd love to, come and talk to the club Shada, to the Shada gang. So I was like, yo, bro, avec plaisir. Come, bro, let's do it. My bro Mike, it's been forever, bro. How you been? Where were you? You find your way back here? You're working too much, bro. I'm telling you. C'est ces petits messages sur Insta où tu étais en soirée, ça va être incroyable. Ah, je vais les lire après. Moi, tu sais, I read my Instagram messages maybe only twice a day. Once or twice a day. I try to, like I said, social media, I try to use them really differently. I try to use them in a way where I'm oh, il est back, a sponsor. Mike Phoenix, thank you so much for these $13, 10 euros 99. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. What you mean single? What does that mean? You are releasing a new single, or our single is being released? Because I'm waiting for you guys to finish that song. If it was me, we would have like 10 songs already, but you guys are slow as fuck. Senex Beat, Chaussures Pointues, the most well-dressed guy in London. You should have seen how he was dressed like an Indian prince in his old wedding. Crazy. Yeah, where was I? Yeah, the party was great. So listen, what did I do? You know what I did this summer? This summer, Hey, thank you so much, Mike. Thank you so much for another super chat of $26, if I read well. Thank you so much, bro. So this, where was I? You know what I did since the beginning of the week? Yeah, but what is free? I'm trying to not understand what you're saying. Our single is free? It's free to go? That's what you mean? That's what you mean? Huh? My G. Away from home and network is bad, but much love, Shada Gang and the King. Hey, thank you so much, Moto Music Africa. Thank you so much, brother. You have to do something about every time I tap Moto, like I have something else that comes up except you. So maybe it's, I don't know. Every time I search for it, it doesn't appear like straight in my results. So, I mean, I'm subscribed, so, but just so you know, maybe it's a title thing, maybe it's a channel name thing, who knows? Oh, you free like a bird? So you are traveling, so you are feeling free like a bird because you do yoga. That's what you mean? That's what you're saying? When are you coming to Club Shada, you and Philly? That's what I'd love to know. Oh, my pleasure, brother. My pleasure. What was the name of the other one? I think Moto Music Africa is, or maybe Moto African Music, but yeah, that's long. That's interesting. Actually, it's too bad you're not staying, because the conversation of today is about brands. I want to talk about brands, branding. I want to talk about my own struggle with my own brands. And yeah. But first, I want to talk to you about what I did Monday. Actually, Sunday, after Club Shada. What I did Monday, Tuesday, and today. I did absolutely nothing. And I can't, you know what? It's funny how it might mean nothing to you, but to me, like 100 people already. To me, perfect. I felt proud one day because, thank you. I felt proud because there was this day where I just look at my computer screen and it stayed off. I just let my computer screen offline. And I didn't touch the computer like a whole, I think it was Tuesday. Tuesday? Yeah. Tuesday, yesterday. I didn't touch my computer at all. Like, didn't check emails. And you know, I have this thing where every time I don't check my email, I have 200 new emails. So then for me, it's like a nightmare. It creates some stress for me. And I like my email to always, my inbox to be under 3,000. I would love my inbox to be at 0, but yeah, my new 0 is 3,000. And I receive emails all the time, from spam to ads to important stuff, to bank stuff, to business stuff. And I try to always keep it under 3,000. And when I'm in a plane, for example, I have like an 8-hour flight. That's where I would go to my phone offline, but all my emails is still there. And that's when I'm like removing a bunch of stuff, removing a bunch of emails, so that when I'm back online, my phone will just send the order to clean up everything I cleaned when I was in the plane. And sometimes I also reply to emails offline, and then as soon as I'm online, all the things are updating themselves. And yeah, you know, I have to check my Instagram messages, because I receive around, I don't know, 50, 70, if not more, per day. I'm tagged in I don't know how many videos or photos every day. And oh my God. I knew what you meant, Mike. I'll call you after the show or tomorrow. So it's where was I? These guys. All my life. This is a long story, bro. Anyway, where was I? Yeah. Yesterday I was kind of proud of myself, like, because I didn't touch the computer. I was not a workaholic for 3 days. I actually was not stressed about my album that I'm not finishing. I was not stressed about producing the tracks that I need for the month of July, since I have the whole month of June ready. So that was like, yeah, no rush. And I have a few important emails and important WhatsApp conversations that are pending, and even some people that are calling me for multi-million-dollar businesses and hundreds of thousands of dollars businesses. And I was just like, nah, guys, I'm taking these 3 days for me. And I didn't even, so because the episode of last episode was a listening party, so I didn't need to cut episodes and cut stuff. So I was just in this chill mode, and all I did was walk 5 kilometers every day in the waterfront, and have a salad outside, and watch some videos, learn some stuff, pay some bills, of course, and that's really all I did. These last 3 days, just because I feel like it's needed, like, and of course I had long conversations. This I did. I was on the phone. This guy, oh my God. I was on the phone. Hey, Vivienne. I was on the phone. What up, Master Electronic? Hey, Nadia. I hope everybody put their likes because, and it's interesting. I do more YouTube than Netflix. And I was also going around. I did some Netflix. I don't remember what I watched on Netflix. I know I watched the last episodes of The Expanse on Amazon. I watched something on Amazon actually. I watched Invincible on Netflix. That was fun. I watched the whole I think it was 10 episodes. I watched everything in 3 days. I rewatched, like I was saying, the last episode of Expanse on Amazon Prime. And on Netflix, there was a few things that I wanted to see, but I was more busy selecting stuff. I watched The Bad Batch on Disney Plus, so Star Wars The Bad Batch, episode 5, loved it. And the rest is, YouTube videos. I watch Joel Amen. I was part of Dalia's shows. What it do? Future Sound Beats. I watched Scandal. I watched Scandal. I watched I think until season 5, and then I was just tired. Then I just lost interest. Too much stuff. There's some interesting stuff right now in Netflix for me. Yeah, you like Amazon Prime? Me, I have all of them. So, Disney, Amazon Prime, and Netflix. But I'm more a YouTube person. My wife is more a Netflix person. She's been watching Lucifer, the new season, every day. And today she said she wanted. Today she just decided to watch some stuff on Amazon. There was some interesting movies. So really that's what I did. Then I was really on YouTube. I was on YouTube watching some tutorials, watching stuff about cryptos, checking for new things to invest in, and watching some, preparing for Apple's next event on the 7th. I can't wait to see my son. I'm going to see my son in a month after a whole year and a half. Finally got his ticket to come from Angola, which was crazy because they tripled the price of the tickets. There's something in my eye. Yeah, they tripled the prices of the tickets. So at a point I had to pay anyway because we had no choice. The problem is there's not enough flights, and those companies, they don't care. They just, you want to see your family, you're gonna pay triple the price, since there's only two flights per week from Angola to Lisbon. And listen, at the same time, governments have taken decisions that there's only 20% of the flights that are operating, and nobody's helping us, the people who pay the plane tickets. So what are we gonna do? So listen, it was very interesting. It was very interesting to chill and do nothing. Of course, I had all my business plans and projects in the back of my mind, but I could keep them, far. I'm always thinking about so many things. Sometimes I'm here talking with you, but I'm thinking about 10 other things at the same time. And I was able to just, not think about nothing and just be outside and be on the phone with my friends. So, that was cool. Buddy, I actually just left him. We were together, and in a party just now. That was cool. A friend of mine, you know, yeah, bro. Like, the thing is, there is so much content uploaded to YouTube, uploaded to Netflix, uploaded to Amazon. Like, there's it's this thing where just the fact that I have like 150 people who are watching me talking about my day, doing nothing, you just feel blessed that you can attract a little bit of the attention of the people, because we are really in a world where there's you can watch content non-stop 24/7 and you will still not have enough time of a whole lifetime to watch all the content that is proposed to you. That's the crazy part. So, it's crazy. Yeah, it's something that I wanted to do today. I wanted to start editing the vlog of the Kinshasa trip, and I went outside to eat, and then I was on the phone with Buddy and Lil Maro, and it took me like 4 hours to talk to them. And then when I got home, my wife was like, "Hey, I'm really tired. Can you go pick up the kid at school?" And I was like, "Yeah, but that's in 2 or 3 hours, right?" And she was like, "No, it's 5 p.m. already." I was like, "What?" And so I went to pick up my kid, and then Bodhisattva came home because we had to go to my friend's party. So he just opened his first bar, and we went there. Let's see if I can. Can I see my story on? Can I see my Instagram story on? Let me check it out. I think I have to turn on Google Chrome. Yeah, it's on. Yeah. Can I see my story? Yep, I can see my story. So let me see. Okay. Can I pause? Perfect. So this was my day every day. This was my day every day the last 3 days. That was me today. That was me today, 10 hours ago. Then I went to with Buddy, we went to our friend Guillaume's bar. It's called Oui Monsieur. It's a private bar. So that was the inauguration. So of course, all the team is friends. So that's him. Guillaume just opened. So brand new place. It was the first time I went to actually a place like, with people inside, like, and so we were only between friends. It was really a private party. That's his wife. She's a Rita, very famous actress here in Portugal. Those croissants were amazing. That's Buddy with me. A few famous people. Of course, Buddy making stupid jokes as always. Bashir, William is a football player. congratulating him. That's the first time he ever opened his own bar, so that was super cool. Nelson Freitas and his wife and his brother-in-law, they all came. And then some promo by Lil Maro. Yeah, and then we celebrated Oui Monsieur by Guillaume. Private party, very nice place, very, very cool. And yeah, that's now. So that was cool. Interestingly, my Instagram got super pumped because I post a picture of my dad with two of the biggest legends of Congolese music, Taboulé Rochero and Franco Luambo. My dad in the middle and my little sister. Yeah, those made everybody go crazy because, yeah, you know, a photo like this with both of them in the same place with my dad, and both of them are like legends, and they are the Taboulé is the father of the very famous rapper, French rapper Youssoufa, and then also Peggy Tabou, and then I think he has 100 and something kids, but those are the most famous ones. And but those are legends of Congo. And then I post this morning, of course, I post a picture of my dad's 77th birthday. So, of course. But then I also post today my dad with Shada. So in the 80s probably. And yeah, these when everybody went crazy as well. The whole internet went crazy. So that line was all about my dad. So yeah, it was cool. It was super cool to post that. That was great. I've paid Netflix. Please, someone give me an interesting show there or a movie because I'm just going, it's boring. Watch The Circle. It's a show. It's funny. The Circle, I like it. There's some nice manga there as well. I would watch. Watch Altered Carbon. Just for this, it's worth what you pay. Then we'll see. You know, the thing about Netflix is that it's just like every algorithmic platform. They know what the people who go there watch, and that's what they give them. You know? You have to watch episode 113 to understand. No, 112. Watch episode 112 and you'll get it. What up, bro? How are you? Actually, I should have called you about my issue as well. Much love, brother. Can you see we're going back up? Crypto is recovering. Shame. Thank you so much, brother. And that's the thing. The treatment I was doing for anxiety actually kind of reduced my brain activity just a little bit. Just enough for me to enjoy doing nothing. Nothing. Consume content, have conversations, think about stuff without trying to do 1,000 things at the same time. So it kind of put me in this space. And it was interesting. It was good. Now I'm back to, you know what I mean? I look sad. Okay. Nah, I'm good. What up, Julie? Julie, you are here on time. Because I'm going to talk about brands. I'm not just about brands. I'm going to talk about my brands. Now that I talk about the boring stuff, about my 3 days holidays, we're gonna talk about. I want to talk about brands. Um, I want to talk about brands, and at the same time, I also want to talk about what all the artists receives from Spotify. That's very interesting. I didn't read it, and I wanted to read it with you guys. So I don't know if I'm gonna read the Spotify document. Yeah, I'm gonna read the Spotify document first. Then we're gonna talk about brands, because I think that the Spotify document will also be interesting for the branding part of the video. Your friend gave me how to second. That's what I said on my message. I sound. Yeah, it looks good. That's true. Always. Telling you, my dad is the GOAT. You made a live? Nice. How was it? How long? Where is it? How did you feel? Kaysha, do you use tags within your videos? Your Shada Club podcast content is actually marketable. Yes, I use tags. I use tags, even if YouTube is now telling you that tags are kind of useless. I do. My pleasure. Well, not lucky me. It's lucky my dad. I was not there. I was not invited. I was probably 10 years old or something. Heather, how are you? Thanks. I hope you're feeling good as well. Oh, you made you made it to alive. That's what you meant. Oh, what is this noise? People. I think there's a bunch of bikes that are in the avenue down there. So, before I explain to you my branding problems, I actually started talking about it, but it became a real conversation. And because of the way my brand functions, it became a conversation where I took a decision. Then I went back completely to the beginning. Then I went back again. Then I went back completely to the beginning. And I took a conclusion of, okay, I'm going to do this. Then the next day, so I was with Lil Mauro, and I told him, yeah, I'm going to do that. Then after the next day, I called Buddy and Lil Mauro, and I explained to them why I would do exactly the opposite of what I said I would do. And then I called Jack and Buddy and Lil Mauro the next day, and I told them why it made sense for me to do exactly the opposite of what I said I would do. And today I came to the conclusion that I have to cut in the middle. But I'm gonna explain to you everything. I actually have a content creator channel, not this one I'm chatting now with, and drive good traffic. Good. Yay. I know branding is your area. What up, Michelle? Welcome. I'm just thinking you are giving us artist information that we actually search for and choose some key tags. We look for more. Yep. Yeah, I do that. Don't worry. I do that on the small snippets, and I have playlists for that. I do all that. Been on YouTube forever, so don't. I know my way around here. So first, I want to talk to you about the fan study. So Spotify Spotify decided to do fan study. Let me see. A little more. A little more. Perfect. Let me put myself. You don't need to see my face. Anyway. So Spotify sent every artist an email. I mean, it's not even an email. When you go to your Spotify for artists to check for your stats, that's the first thing you see. And I believe that fans also receive something by Spotify. I believe that the fans also received a kind of a message with their listening habits, what they listen, etc., etc. Or maybe they receive it every year, but I don't know if they receive something now. But they love to send stuff, so it's very interesting to listen, to watch this fan study, because as an artist, as a creator, it's very interesting to have the data from how people are listening to music. Because when I talk to artists, most of the time they think about their art as if they were deciding for the fans how they listen to music, or if, oh, my music this, my music that, and they don't realize that there's a marketplace. And this marketplace today is, people who pay, look, you've seen in the comments, people who pay $10 or 10 euros to watch everything they can. Like they used to pay, you used to pay to watch a movie, any movie, right? To pay a movie at the movies, you had to pay like $10 for the movie, if not 15, plus $10 for the popcorns of you and whoever you were going to, plus the taxi for the girl and whatever. Like going to see the movie would cost you like 50 to 60, right? For every movie. So if you were like me back in the days when I was a king of Paris, and I would go with a different girl to the movies every day, it would cost me 50 to 60. And maybe if I would pay her the taxi to go home, or drop her home before going back to my house, like it would cost me maybe 100 every day, right? And now you have people, they pay 10 and they can watch everything they can. For 10, they have unlimited content and they're bored and they complain. There's too much stuff and I've seen everything and I'm sure there's some interesting stuff out there. If you look, there's some documentaries, there's some stuff, but people are so invaded by information and content that they don't even realize anymore how much they get for nothing. You can pay for 10 or 5 if you're a student on Netflix. Amazon Prime is included with your thing. Apple Music or Apple TV, you take the Apple One for 15, you have everything, arcade, TV, etc. Or you can go on YouTube and you watch some ads and you have unlimited content, because there's every minute, there's 400 minutes, I think, or 400 hours uploaded to the platform. So virtually, content has become an endless pit of stuff, of people who talk, of people who do this, people who say funny stuff, and etc., and of listeners watchers, fans who are super spoiled because they have the choice. Back in the days, you would buy a CD, and if you would take the subway to go to the store and buy a CD, and you would buy that CD because it was the artist you wanted, and maybe your budget is a little bigger than for that CD. You would maybe go and listen to a few more and maybe ask opinion for, you know, ask for people. That's beautiful. Ask for or the opinion of the people who sell the records, the vinyls, etc. And then you would receive, maybe you would go back with free CDs, and then you would take the time to listen to them and enjoy them. Or when you would go to the movies, you would take the time to enjoy the movie, hopefully if it was a good movie, because you paid for it. You paid for that moment. Today you don't pay for the moment. Today you rent all the moments of the whole month for a price of 10 or less. So for 10 euros, you have access to all 50 or 60 million songs. And for 10 euros, $10, you also have access in Netflix to millions of movies, series, documentaries, mangas, whatever. You name it, it's there. We used to hide. Like, I remember like going to a sex shop in New York. I would pass in front of the store pass in front of the store for forever, like, because I was scared for people see me going inside there. And then, but I'm in New York, nobody knows me. We in the 90s. I'm 20 years old, so I finally entered. So now I'm like, bunch of movies. I don't even know what to buy, so I buy one tape of porn, and then you watch it, and then you hide it, or you just throw it away. That was, what up, Noel? That was back in the days. Today, you go to Pornhub, to X videos, to in all these places, and you can see unlimited porn, even live. So this just created a new genre of watchers, listeners. It's people that you don't compete anymore with a great song, because you do a great song, it's great. But the same time you release your great song on Friday, there's 60 million songs coming out. Not all the 60 million songs are great. Not all the 60,000. Not all the 60,000 songs are great. Not all the 60,000 songs are the style that people are looking for. So maybe you're doing Afro beats, maybe you're doing kizomba, maybe you're doing rock and roll, maybe you're doing in French, Spanish, Italian, Russian, whatever, Swedish, right? But let's say you are a zouk artist, or a kizomba artist, or a compa artist, or you do African music. The moment you release your song, inside of the 60,000 songs that are released, there's probably 100 to 200 songs that sound like yours, because everybody's trying to perform in the same market as you. So the question here is not, is my song great? Because yeah, I'm sure your song is great. Your beat is great. But there's at least in the 200 or 300 songs that came out today in that sounds like maybe there's 50 that are great as well. And people have to choose. And because there's so much stuff, it's the algorithm that is choosing for people. Because they would be lost in the labyrinth of content. So as an artist, as a creator, and there's a lot of creators here. Porn actresses, beat makers, singers, rappers, content creators, photographs. We are all struggling for the same thing: attention. We are now in the attention economy because back in the days, people would pay with their money to buy one thing, and they would give attention to their investment. Today, people are now, in the days of today, people are paying for a service with unlimited content. This is us creating the content. Thank you so much. Life is beautiful. People are now listening to the content. Glad to catch you this stream. Thanks for giving us all these jewels on Club Shada. I enjoyed listening. I've been a fan of your music since forever. One love. Thank you so much. So like I was saying, because of today's economy where everybody's releasing music all the time and everybody's trying to exist in the same place, and there's no the hierarchy of back in the days was that you had back in the days you had the fans, and then you had the fans, and then you had the performers. The fans would go see the performers. The fans would buy the music. The fans would buy the merch, and the performers would create the content, and the artists, painters, whatever you do, you would create the content, and the watchers, the listeners, the fans would enjoy the content and they would pay for it. But in a world where everybody has a camera, everybody has a camera that can shoot. You can get this on shadaware.com, by the way. Everybody has a camera that can shoot high quality photos and videos. Everybody. Plus filters, etc. So everybody here has an Instagram. Since everybody has an Instagram, everybody's creating content. If everybody is creating content, everybody is competing with the artist as well. Because the artist is trying to compete on time. My show is 3 hours. So this is 3 hours. Somebody who watches Club Shada for 3 hours can cook at the same time. You can listen to the audio. You can watch some photos on Instagram at the same time. But you're not watching a movie at the same time. I mean, you can. But if you are concentrated in, I don't know, you stay here 20 minutes, 25 minutes, the whole time, or you come and go, this is attention that you are giving to this content right now. And this attention that you're not giving to another content. And everybody is fighting for this attention. But the problem is the same people who are supposed to give you attention themselves are creating content now. Everybody has Instagram. Everybody's picturing their food. Everybody's putting their photos of whatever, doing their TikToks. Everybody is creating content now. So the line between the elite content creators who can release a CD or whatever and the listeners is completely blurred. Today, everybody's a content creator. Everybody can open a YouTube channel. It's free. An Instagram is free. A TikTok. and create content. Some people discovered that they are good at creating a following just because they are dancers, for example. They dance in the street, whatever. They don't have nothing, just have a phone. And all of a sudden they have millions of followers and they're just dancing on music. And it's amazing. Some people, like some kids, have millions of followers. They're doing TikToks. They're inventing choreography that are inside of a vertical screen. So they are creating dances for that, and they amass millions of followers. And all this is attention. And in the attention economy, when somebody takes the attention away, well, whoever the rest of the people don't have this attention. And because there's so much content created, the algorithms are the only way to sort. And we complain about it all the time, but hey. So this is why the brands are super important. Because, I mean, of course, people would discover Club Shada episodes after episodes. But I have a great start because I have 25 years of working on the Kaysha brand. Because I have 25 years of working on the Kaysha brand, we started this show with 100 people watching. And today we are now at usually 600 people, 700 people. In 1 year of progression is amazing. And at the same time, I make my music, etc., etc. But that's because I have a brand that people follow me everywhere I go. When I arrive in a new platform, my brand power helps me go quicker than some people. And sometimes it can slow me down because people would put me in a certain box when I'm trying to do something different and people don't want to. For example, when I started doing this show, a lot of people in the beginning were like, "Are you going to sing something?" No, I'm not. I'm going to talk. Bye. So what saves a creator, a creative, or somebody who's even trying to sell you something, when everybody's trying to sell you something or to show you something or to have you listen to something, is the brand. If you have brand power, and if your brand is recognizable, if your brand is loved, if your brand is respected, if your brand is trusted, then people come back. And then you have people, they create communities around your brand. Like the people here in this chat. When people come here, everybody greets each other, people know each other, people go to each other's shows, people go to Dalia's, hey, Tantine Dalia. Dalia, my cousin Dalia, people go to her show, and some people, they met her here. And some people, they came from her show to mine. Some people came from Naturi show. We are all building our followings, and we are interchanging our followings. But most importantly, we are all building our brands. And some people grow up super fast. Some people grow slow. All we know is that people have so much choice that they are bored. People have, listen, I remember that I'm gonna talk about, hey, I remember like back in the days, just seeing a woman in a very, very sexy underwear was wow back in the days. But with all the porn that is on the internet today, like even the basic stuff, you like, yeah, I mean, I've seen millions of them already. Like, doesn't, and that's the danger of the world of today. We binge watch so much series, so much content, so much things, so much people who are So much people who pretend that they are professionals of whatever subject, that people are need to be extra. Thank you so much. Life is beautiful. People are becoming numb to content because there's so much content. And I cannot say too much because I cannot decide. I will not tell artists stop performing so I can have some space, or fans stop posting stuff so my fans can see my stuff. No. I believe that, hey, listen. I remember when my wife had 3,000 followers when I met her 8 years ago, and I had 26,000 followers. And I was like, listen, here's a camera, here's a program, this is FaceTime, Facetune, this is Snapseed, this is how you edit a photo, and if you do what I say, maybe you can have the same numbers of followers as me. That was me being cocky with my wife. Today, my wife, I have 143,000 followers on Instagram. My wife has 200,000. Yeah. And she has a better brand than me on Instagram. And now I'm teaching her how to monetize it. But it's interesting how people can just, when they find the right stuff in the right place, boom. Some people arrived 4 months ago on TikTok and now they have millions of followers behind them. And all this is the power of their brands, the content they provide, and then you have to manage that. And this is the reason why it's interesting what are we gonna read together. I'm telling you, I just kept it there. I didn't even watch the first part of it. So as an artist, we can understand what data is here and what this study is gonna help us artists, and not just performers, singers, because I believe that all these data and all these study can help anybody that is in the content creation business. Yeah, sent it for the first time and you were my top artist. Amazing. That's cool. The experience, that's what I was talking about, movies. They just need to come up with a yearly Uber subscription. Yep. Listen, I'm telling you, this is next. And I don't know if they say $199 a year or $399 or $299 a year, or maybe even a month. $99 a month for unlimited ride, even $199 a month for unlimited ride on Uber. Yeah, sign me up, because I use Uber all the time. And it's, yeah. What do you do, CV Beats? Yeah, this is where we are. The big data era. Completely. What up, Temdri? C'est comme trouver une graine de sable dans le désert. Yeah, bro. There's sand in the desert. You do a great song, and then you check everything that just came out. And you're like, so it's like when you release your song on Fridays, you yeah, this is the best raindrop ever. But for the listeners, it's just rain everywhere, rain from everybody, and they will tend to go to the brands that they know, of course. And then maybe they will search, but they will let the algorithm propose them stuff. And yeah, that's how people are consuming content today. All right. Listen, you have no idea. La, la, la. What up, Elise boys? How are you, sister? Nice. That's the thing. Today, you have to be doing some serious branding to make it in this industry. And we're gonna first read the Spotify for Artists fan study, and then we're gonna talk about my branding problem. And I hope Julie will stay here because she's in brand industry. For those who are interested, I will explain to you what has been my thought process about brands, and why I believe that about what I'm gonna do. MK Prod, what do you do, bro? You good? All right, let's read it. So, fans make it possible. Fans make it possible, and we have the data to prove it. All right. Welcome to the first fan study from Spotify for Artists. We've analyzed millions of data points to uncover 15 new insights, each designed to help your team develop the fan base you need to reach your goals. All right. Sounds great. All right, reach. So reach is super important. The reach is, how could I define reach? Reach is, it's your reach. How many people can you reach? So you release a song at midnight on Friday, or you post something on Instagram. How many people are these posts, even if they don't read it, they're on their feed? That's the reach. So we're finding that music is traveling farther and wider than ever before, and with it are a whole host of new opportunities for you to reach new fans. All right. Latin America discovers the most new music. Wow. Okay. Your big break might happen where you last expected. For example, Latin America's major city constantly consume the most new music. I gotta say that it's true. I have a lot of followers in Latin America. Wow. Top streams of new content by city: São Paulo, Santiago, Mexico, Los Angeles, London, Chicago, Paris, Sydney, Dallas, Frankfurt, Istanbul, Jakarta, Buenos Aires, Berlin, and Atlanta. Wow. But you also have to take in consideration the fact that Africa is brand new in Spotify. So I want to see how this will be in 2 years, now that Spotify is in half of the African countries. Will this change? Because Africans consume a lot of country. The line between genres continue to blur. Exactly, and this goes with my branding problem. So the lines between genres continue to blur. You might be surprised by the other genres your own fans listen to. For example, 53% of metal fans also follow hip-hop artists. Percentage of fans who follow artists of other genres. Listeners of electronic also follow pop, hip hop, rock, indie, R&B, reggae, etc., etc. So let's see. People who listen to reggae, they also listen to. Okay, very interesting. Hip hop listeners listen to pop, rock, electronic. And this is something I've been saying and I've been doing for a long time now. I proved it long time ago. I've been doing zouk, compa, coupé décalé, I'm a piano, and even the music you hear in the back, even if it's under different names, and the people they're just like, yeah, it's Kaysha. It's not like, I want to listen to zouk, so no, I want to listen to Kaysha, and Kaysha gives me, and in a Kaysha album, you have all these things, so that's super interesting. All right, local music travels the world. These days, regional genres are anything but. Music is more global than ever, which means your audience may be in places you didn't expect. For example, over 80% of K-pop, South African house, German techno, and reggae listens happen outside of their home countries. Exactly. Listen, just to give you an example, this is my Spotify for artists, and this is where my music is heard. France, Portugal, UK, Netherlands, UK, Canada, Spain, Germany, US, sorry, number 3, Germany, Brazil, Switzerland, Belgium, Mexico, Italy, Sweden, South Africa, Australia. And top cities go from Paris and Lisbon, Amsterdam, Montreal, Rotterdam, London, Porto, Lyon, Utrecht, Spain, Zurich, Bordeaux, Sao Paulo, Brussels, and Maputo, Mozambique, Sweden, Göteborg. Look, so what's so interesting about my listenership? Look, I have 600 people listening to me in Russia. I have 66,000 in France. I got 8,000 in Spain, 19,000 in Portugal, 18,000 in the US, 9,000 in Canada, 8,000 in Brazil, Africa, Algeria, Mali. This is just started because Spotify just opened there. But look, Nigeria, already 234, Cameroon, 235, Angola, almost 700, etc., etc. 2,000 in South Africa, Australia, 2,000, Indonesia, 200 people, Malaysia. Where's Japan? 370 people in Japan. That's super interesting. And it shows you that when you create that content, it is not constrained by the limits of physics anymore, because it's in a phone. Your song comes out midnight everywhere in the world, and your content is the same thing. These YouTube videos, like I always love to say, put in the chat, where are you? Put the flag or the name of the city where you're listening from and what time it is, and you will see how it's so different from a person to another. Percentage of stream outside a region. So Latin hip hop is 95% out of their region. K-pop, almost everybody listening to K-pop is outside of Korea. Canadian hip hop 90%. Nigerian pop, yeah, look, outside of Nigeria. Dutch house 90%. That's crazy. So everything is heard outside of their zone. That's beautiful. That's very interesting. Fans are coming into Spotify in new ways. Listeners are coming to Spotify from places you might not expect and listen to a lot of music after they do. For example, in 1 month, Discord sent over 800,000 people of listeners to Spotify. 800,000 listeners to Spotify went on to listen nearly 9 million tracks in just 14 days. Damn. I need to have a Discord. selection of growing inbound traffic sources to Spotify. Runkeeper? Runkeeper? Makes sense. People go to the gym. And for me, I'm going to tell you one thing. For example, ever since the cities are starting to open again, my views are starting to go up, but not the normal views, the views from playlists. Why? Because there's a lot of hotels that were closed in South America, a lot of places, hotels here and there, lounges that are reopening, and they have playlists where they play my songs over and over, like 10 times, 20 times every day. And when it was closed, I lost maybe 200,000 streams from that, and it's coming back. Every time CDs are opening again, my views are going up. That's super interesting. Il faut rester debout, Julie. So look, Runkeeper Pro, it means people go to the club, to the gym, or maybe they have a Runkeeper at home, and when they are on their their I don't know how you say it, tapis, they just have Spotify playing. And look, LinkedIn, wow, Discord, Snapchat. A lot of people are coming from Snapchat and newsletters. Very interesting. But there's an article as well. There's video. Oh my God. It's too much. Okay. Are we still in engagement? A fan that saves your track will listen to it 3 times more. Saving tracks shows that fans have a strong intent to re-listen, and it's not measured in days or weeks, but months. For example, 6 months after saving, a user typically streams you 3 times more than before they save you. So here's a metric that I watch a lot on my Spotify for artists. For example, you see this is my new #1 song. So it's because of TikTok actually. Something Going On, Compa Guyad extended remix mix is doing almost 70,000 streams per month. So it's a viral hit. It's a song that came out 15 years ago, if more. And this song is not only the streams are going up, and you have 23,000 people who are listening to it almost 3 times per month, sorry. And look, this is important, very important, this number. How many people are saving the song? So what is saving a song? Let's say I go to Spotify. I'm on Spotify, so I'm playing there's my playlist here. It's my Club Shada Lo-Fi playlist. That's the music you hear in the back. And I like the CD that I'm playing. I just put this heart here. And now I like this song. And this song is now part of my library. So in my library, these are all the songs I like. And my wife, for example, that's all she listens to. She just go to the songs that she likes, and that's all she listens to. She just put play here. That's it. She goes here, my like song, play, random order, and that's what she does when she puts her makeup, or when she's doing something, or when she's doing photos, or when she's cooking, or whatever. She just has the songs that she likes. That's it. And I've realized that most of my songs that are saved, they tend to play forever. So for example, Diamonds came out in 2008, I think, or maybe 2013. I don't remember when I released Diamonds, but when I did Diamonds, this month only, it has another 1,000 saves. So if I go to that song, I don't know if I can see the saves here. Maybe not. Wait. No, I can't. So let me go back. if I go to lifetime, you can see that diamonds. Oh no, you cannot see the save. Nah. But because this song has been on Spotify forever, right? And it's always been saved by people in their playlist, in their libraries, 1,000 times per month. Then there's 1,000 times who are playing this song almost 50,000 times every month, non-stop. Same thing for On Dit Quoi. 45,000 people, and it's being saved 2,000 times. So which means that this song that came out in 2003 is being played 50,000. So it means that, in the contrary to back in the days where you release an album, people buy it and then it's over. Today, people, they buy a song, it brings you less money, but it brings you money forever. And so that's how you build a catalog of money generating assets. And me, I have songs. This is my top 200. I have more than 200 songs with all the remixes. Look, NCK and M-Beat remix of Tira Saropa is playing 200 times this month and already have 27 people saving them. And you can see in my catalog, in all the, like, if you look at my top 10, it changes all the time. I'm competing with myself. My competition is not with other people. I don't care about what they do. I'm competing with my songs. I'm like, hey, I'm competing with my old song, with my new song, and look, this came out like 2-3 months ago. This came out like 10 years ago. This came out 17 years ago. This came out 4 years ago. This came out last year. This came out in 2017, 4 years ago, etc. And that's super interesting to see how the save is the most important part, because if people save your songs in their playlist, it means they play them more. If they play them more, it means you earn money. How saving a track affect future streams. See, that's when you don't, if they don't save, they don't play that much. But when they save it, they play it 3 times more. Amazing metric. User playlists lead to a lot more than streams. After a listener adds you to a personal playlist, they will listen to you 40% more, 41% more, and look at your profile 12% more often. In fact, 60% of all merch purchased from Spotify profile come from listeners who have playlisted the artist. Very interesting. So same thing here. Playlists, for example, you see this is a new song. It's viral because of TikTok, right? All the Haitians of TikTok are dancing to this song. I will do a video on it soon. And if you look at the data of that song, you see the streams are going up. It's been playing 2,000 times a day, and now it's at 3,000 now. So it keeps going up because people keep doing videos on TikTok, and it keeps making the song. And it's amazing because it's a song that is 15 years old, 17 years old. It came out in 2005, and so 16 years ago. And we did a remix, and boom. But look, what's interesting is playlists. It is in 3,600 playlists. So you have the automatic playlist by Spotify, like radio, and then everything else is by users. All these is playlists by users. And all these users, so I think that's the top 100 playlists. So compa playlists, these, that. Some people have, compa Guyad mix, compa Guyad, remix Guyad. This is my playlist: Lazy Day, Daily, compa, moment, making love to my wifey. That's a great playlist. 61, and you see this is the number of plays you get from every playlist. So that's super interesting. And you can see with this song that because it's being added to all these playlists, and people don't, when they add you to a playlist, they don't remove you. They're not gonna remove you next week. Sometimes they keep it until they just tired of hearing the song. So it means that this song will be played, yeah, in those playlists. And imagine if what let's say you have this playlist called Compaguyad. Let's say that you have all of a sudden 10,000 people who follow these playlists. It will make my number of streams from that playlist go up. So that's super interesting as well. Ooh, that's too small to read. Why they write so small? Average increase in streams after being playlisted by genre. Oh, okay, interesting. Thank you, Dalia. We have to do the same thing for YouTube, actually, Dalia, because there's a lot of there's a lot of interesting stuff as well. I have the same type of data for YouTube for those who are also in video. So. All right, no, I write that already. All right. Hardcore fans listen like crazy. There is something I say all the time. It is better to have 1,000 hardcore fans than 100,000 people who just listen to you from time to time. Yeah, I love your song, and that's it. When you have like those 1,000 hardcore fans and they listen to you all the time, they come to every show, they put some super chat to support you, they subscribe, they buy your merch, etc., etc., and they might even go to your Patreon and or to your YouTube membership and give you $10 for example per month, and they tell you just do us the music we like. And listen, if you have 1,000 people like this who spend $10 on you per month, you make $10,000. If you have 100,000 people who are just lost in the noise and following the algorithms, they are less interesting as revenue generators for you. Your biggest fans can drive a massive amount of streams. On average, the top 5% of your fans are listening 6 times more than the rest. Wow. Don't forget to connect with your biggest supporters, even as you chase new listeners. Yep. I got people that listen to me for a long time. I got people like back in the CD days, guys like Zook Lover here, for example, or Luis, for example. Those guys have been here from the first album. So yeah, big up to you guys, and thank you for everybody who, they take their time to go and listen to your music. I also thank you to Julie, because I remember Julie used to send me on Twitter. She used to send me photos of my albums, and she would not buy like one album. She would buy 2. She would buy one to open and listen to it, and she would buy a second one to keep it under plastic. And those are people that I'm thankful for, because like, you guys feed my children. And I remember when my album came out, the last one, so 2017, African Prince, when it came out, a lot of people, all they had to do was go to Spotify and listen to the album. And a lot of my super fans, I remember DJ Soñador sent me a photo of an Apple card, an iTunes gift card that he bought just to go buy my album. And I was like, why do you buy the album? You can stream it. I was like, no, I'm gonna buy it, then I'm gonna stream it because I want to support you. And I was like, wow. Like, and this is what having a great brand, a holistic brand, a respected brand, a trusted brand does. You have people who will want to show you support. Even when they don't need to, they will say, hey, I know it costs money to do it. I know how it is to be an artist, etc. Here's my contribution. And this changes everything for the hard work that we do and the hard work we provide. Stream from the top 5% fans compared by genre: religious, classical, rock, soundtrack, Latin, hip-hop, pop, indie, country, R&B, dance, electronic. All right. Update your profile before your release to ride the wave. The day of release, see a massive traffic spike to your Spotify artist profile. But more than 50% of artists don't capitalize on this lift because they update their profiles after their release is out. It's true that every time you release a song on Fridays, you can see on your audience, this is Fridays. You see, this is not the streams. This is the number of people who are listening. So I have 210,000 people who are listening to me. And it's going up since things are opening. So people are listening to me in the train, on the commute, in the bars, etc. But look, every Friday, boop, goes up. This I didn't release nothing that day, boop, goes up. Friday, Saturday is always when it's the release of a new track, and then it goes up. And you can see, for example, on the last track that I released, Tira Saropa, the remixes, well, I only see 4 tracks. That is strange. Anyway, on the Tira Saropa remixes, you can see this data is strange. Okay, thank you. On the Tira Saropa remixes, for example, my remix, see, on Friday, that's the release day. So you have like 3,000 streams, and then it starts to go down on Saturday, and then it starts to stabilize on 1,000 stream per day. And I didn't even start the promo. I'm gonna pay for some promo on that one, but I'll wait for the end of the week to do it. And you see that you can see the number of plays live. And then if you look at the playlist, it's already in 60 playlists. So that's cool. And then how many saves? I don't know. Let me see the saves. I cannot see the saves yet. All right. So go ahead and play them. All right, let's continue. Percentage of increase of page views on release day. Page, okay. Artist, album, search, playlist views, now playing. That's nice. Don't stop sharing after your release comes out. Yeah, of course, you have to share all the time. 53% of releases peak more than 7 days after release. So keep promoting after release week to make sure that you're reaching anyone who missed the initial drop. Indeed, you have to just keep promoting, sometime, and I have to do more TikTok actually. New releases give your other music a bump. Yep. Catalog streams get a 15-20% lift on your release day. Exactly. That's the thing that people don't understand. And that's the thing I've been explaining to artists, and they don't understand. Is like, if you only have one song, or let's say you only released 2 or 3 songs, when you release a song, people are like, hey, some people are like, yeah, who's this guy? I like the song. Let me check the rest, right? If there's nothing else to watch, or there's only 2 or 3 songs, they're done. They're done quick. Then they go listen to something else. They have unlimited access to everything. If, like me, you have hundreds of songs, then any of these songs can blow up tomorrow for whatever reason. A TikTok, something. That's the beauty of it. So build your catalogs. It's something that I keep saying. A release is never finished. That's exactly what I just said. There are always ways to reinvigorate a track. On average, adding or updating a Canva to your track will increase shares by 10%. Interesting. I have to do that. A Canva is a video that plays along with your song when people play it on their phones. Merch. Your genre may hold the secret to more merch sales. For example, merch preference vary by genre. For example, electronic music and country music sell the most hats. Go figure. Okay. Dive into the data to make sure you're stocking your store with the merch fans want. Wow. Let's see listeners of. Yeah, but what about us? Other. Us is other. Vinyl. Hip hop. Vinyl. Vinyl comes up, huh? Vinyl, shirts, hats. Julie has been asking me for vinyls forever. It is true. You don't have to be a superstar to be super good at selling merch. Well, you can buy this on shadaware.com and this as well. Selling merch, I do that, yeah. I'm actually had the best month ever on Shadaware, just to let you know. I sold, I don't remember how many items, but it was a great month. And all because of Club Shada. All these new people and the places where I've been as well are like Naturi has done a lot of help as well. So yeah, thank you to everybody who's been buying merch. And let me know those who won last week when you receive your stuff. You don't have to be a superstar to be good at selling merch. More listeners doesn't necessarily mean more merch sales. In fact, every day up and coming artists on Spotify outsell even the biggest names in music. Interesting. Well, I mean, yeah, that's true. Apparently, Phoenix still buys CDs. Okay. Got a particular item you're looking to move. View the data to help you target markets hungry for your specific merch items. Wow. Paris buys a lot of CDs. See? They say shirts. London buys more shirts. Hoodies. Hats. That's interesting. Posters. I used to do posters, but yeah. Done with paper. Turns out vinyl is a young person's game. Surprisingly, if your music originally came out on vinyl, you're much less likely to sell it today. But if your release came out after vinyl beat the dust, stuck up, no one sells more LPs than artists from the 2000s. Wow. Very interesting. No matter what you want to achieve in music, fans make it possible. I agree. Wow. That's super interesting. That was a very, 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 very interesting. Thank you, Spotify, for this fan study. There was a lot of interesting data. A lot of very interesting data. I don't know if everybody can watch that or if it's only for artists, but I'm gonna put the link in the chat, and I'm also gonna put it in the description, just in case. But yeah, that's super interesting. Let me edit the description of this video. Spotify fan data. Boom. Save. All right. That's great. I mean, wow, we already passed 350 people. That's great. I wouldn't say that I learned a lot of things because I guess my brain works like a computer. So all these data, I've been thinking about it, and I've been processing it as I'm releasing songs every Friday. I can see all these things, but there's some very interesting things that I will learn, and I will implement differently. And I hope that for a lot of you people, it kind of give you an idea of all the things you can do as a creator. And it's not just for singers. It's the same thing on Instagram, and maybe we can watch those studies for Instagram and for other places like YouTube, because a lot of people tend to not really, they tend to just create the content and not understand that you have to create the ecosystem. You have to have the brand in the middle, and then all the ecosystem around it. So if you take the brand that I created, which is the most famous is Kaysha, you have all the ecosystem around it. You have the music, you have the beat making, you have Club Shada, the talking, and soon maybe you will have the consulting through Club Shada. All these things that I'm saying, maybe some people want some one-on-one, and that could be a business as well. And then you have the shows. I mean, you had the shows. Don't do that much shows anymore, but you have the shows. You have all these things around the brand, and like you can have Netflix shows. You can have documentaries. You can have movies, podcast. There's so much stuff that you can do around your brand, and this is your ecosystem. And then you can connect your ecosystem when you get invited by other channels, like when I go to Dalia TV, or when I go to Naturia Band, or when I go to Bodhisattva's channel, or when I invite them back. Our crowds connect, and then some people transpire to you or to them. So that's a very interesting way to create your own ecosystem, and a lot of people don't really think about it. Prolific sectors are very important indeed. Oh, good evening, Grand Prêtre Mountain Yaba Inspiration. How are you, my cousin? I hope you're good. Okay, this brings me to last hour of this show. I want to talk to you about my branding problem. I hope everybody's still here. The chat is I know what you're gonna tell me. We were just listening, and it was interesting, so we were not talking. But everybody's still here, everybody's still fine, or everybody fell asleep. It's important because if everybody just fell asleep, I go watch my YouTube videos. But I hope everybody's fine. If you enjoyed this presentation from Spotify and how I agreemented with my own experience, put some stars and some fire or some hearts in the chat section, please. And now I want to talk to you about my branding problem. Oh, you here. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Okay. Now I need you to participate. Even if I took my decision. I mean, that's the thing. My problem is a problem that I've been having for 15 years. And it's a problem that I keep going back and forth to. Okay, I was listening to your song, Can't Do It, the other day at home, and I got a knock on the door. My front door neighbor tell me that was her husband on the song. Oh, so Shanse is my neighbor? That's crazy. Amazing. I'm trying to see them. I'm trying to either go see them or they come see me this weekend with their new baby. That's amazing. That's so cool. See? Look at that. All right. Beautiful. Glad I could help. Original local music. All right, listen. Here is my problem. And to explain to you my problem, I'm going to explain to you where my problem stems from. So let me show you my pajamas and go to... Can I find this album? Oh my God, I don't even know if I'm going to find this album. Wait. Let me take some readings from the past. What is this noise? Oops. That was me. So wait. I have to find it because I have to explain to you the root of the problem so then you can understand where it came from. I have to explain you the whole story. Then we can take a decision together. So, I hope I didn't destroy anything in the live while I put the CDs on the keyboard. That's what you were hearing. So wait, where's my other ear? All right. Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna do with all these CDs. I'm gonna put them there in after that. Wait, let me see. Of course I'm in my pajamas. I'm not gonna be in jeans. It's not comfortable. All right. This is a lot of the projects that I've produced as an executive producer on my label. Looney Johnson, Elisio. Oh, you remember Sev? That comes. Oh, Sev is not here tonight, but hey, darling, look, your first album. Maybe your only album, actually. AC Jordan, Looney Johnson's first album. Oh, thank you so much, Life is Beautiful, for your third super chat. Thank you so much. It's really inspirational to be here. Thank you, Kaysha. I'm honored to hear you talk. Oh, thank you so much. The honor is all mine. So, and all these products, I also did all the design, like everything from the graphic design, from Quark Express to Photoshop to Eligio album. What else did I do? That's not from me. Sumia's albums. Sumia and Daddy Mori. What else did I do? Ooh, Grand Maquis. I did this cover. I only did the cover here. I think I did 2 tracks in there. All this is Section Zoop stuff. But I'm trying to find the root of the problem. Sumia's in Love Again. Eligio's second album. Sumia's first album. Put it here. Put all that here as well. Oh, I'm not gonna find this. Oh, I still have some promo albums of my album works of art. Sumia for Tyna's album. How did I find that root? I wanted to show you exactly the root of the problem, but I don't have the CD here with me. All right, anyway, doesn't matter. I'm gonna show you on Spotify, since I cannot show you on the real CD itself. So back in so I have album number 1, number 2, It's a Love number 3, then I have African Bohemian, then I have Legendary. Album number 6. So on my album number 6, you have all these CDs. Oh, that's amazing. So on my album number 6, so my album number 6 is we go to Kaysha. Okay. Where is my album number 6? Forever Young. There, no, that's the remixes. That's my album number 6. So we have I'm Ready, first album, Worldwide Chico, 99, It's a Love, 2003, African Bohemian, 2005, Legendary in 2006, and then Forever Young in 2009. And when I arrived to Forever Young, I already have a bunch of hits. A bunch of hits. I actually have most of my classics are released between 99 and 2006. So on I'm Ready, you have Bounce Baby, you have Telephone. On Worldwide Chico, you have Worldwide Chico, Cyber Sex. It's a Love is full of, Kaysha on dit quoi, Fiona, Music Warrior, etc. African Bohemian has One Love, Motema, Jusqu'à Fatigué, Raquel, Trinidad, all these songs. Then Legendary has Something Going On, One More Night, Don't Change, Question My Heart, all these songs, right? And I decide for the first time ever in 2009 that I'm gonna release a double CD. Yes. Give me another 40 minutes. It's 3 a.m. for you. Damn. So listen. I'm gonna explain to you my problem, but this is the root of the problem. In 2009, I decided to release my album number 6, Forever Young, and I want to do something different because I've been doing a lot of great commercial album. I have a lot of success, and I'm producing a bunch of artists who are also having a bunch of success. So I'm like, hey, let's move on to the next phase. I want to do an album where I'm going to do 2 CDs. The first CD will be my normal Kaysha music, and the second CD will be Afro House. Afro House, Afro Beat, how they called it at the time, is gonna be like, music that I do and that everybody loves today, or like when you listen to the MHD in France, all South African music. In 2009, I'm like, yeah, I want to do a little bit of that plus the normal Kaysha, and I'm gonna do everything in the in one album. I'm gonna have 2 CDs, one where you can listen to the normal me, and another one where you can listen to other things that I also know how to do. So the second album is more an instrumental CD, and Forever Young is 36 songs. So you have all these songs in there, so that's the album, and then there's the outro. So you have like intro to outro, you have like 17 songs, and then intro and outro. And then from track 20 till track 36, these are instrumentals of Afro House and fast-paced electronic African music. And interestingly, when this album comes out, a lot of the critics say, yeah, another great album by Kaysha, but the excitation is different since I've been doing all these tracks. I'm at my album number 6. But people are saying, we don't understand what is the second CD about. This is like music for the clubs, this is too electronic, this is too this is too that. We don't understand why he did that. And some people even say, oh, listen, I bought the album, but the second CD, I put it in the trash. So I get emotional. I start getting pissed. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I'm doing some great tracks, and yeah, listen, I have some beautiful tracks like Yes You Can, for example. So for you to understand the difference of how the 2 albums sound, you have tracks like Yes You Can.
Girl, I'm serious about this feeling right deep inside of me. Girl, I'm ready to settle down, yeah, and be the man of your life. This is love, yes I know, oh so true. You and me till the end. This is love, yes I know, oh so true. You and me till the end. Can I talk to you, girl? Yes you can. Can I kiss you right there? Yes you can. Can I make love to you, girl? Yes you can. And show you how I love you.
All right.
Can I talk to you, girl? Yes you can.
So this is how the first CD sounds, but the second CD sounds more like this. And the rest of that album, the rest of the second CD sounds like this. And for me, I just love it. for me, it's perfect. It's exactly what I want to do. I want to show people how I can be versatile and go from one style to the rest, right? And at that moment, the reaction to the people kind of pissed me off. You know, at that moment, I'm like, yo, like I'm giving you, not only I'm giving you great music, but I'm giving you twice great music, and I'm giving you another side of me that I thought you would be interested in. But back then, it was not like the way people are listening to music today. Because today, like the Spotify study said, today most people listen to everything. But at that time, my fans already put me in a box. They were like, listen, Zouk, Kizomba, Compa, Coupe Décalé, maybe a little bit of Kuduro, but that's it. Other than that, yo, you're pushing, man. And me, I'm like, yo, I'm an artist. I'm free. I can do what I want to do. And you can like it or not like it. But I want to be able to do what I want to do. And I want to be able to go and perform those songs on stage. To maybe expand my fan base or maybe enrich people with something new. And not only I get some strange pushback on some listeners, and some others are like, oh, that's amazing. I use the second CD to go to the gym, etc., etc. But when I go on stage and I want to perform new songs and I want to play those fast tracks, because some of them have singing on them, people are like, please, can you sing the hits? And I'm like, yeah, but how can I defend my new songs if I have to sing my old songs? You know, can you sing Love de Toi, Bien plus fort que mes mots, Pour toujours, start the show with Jusqu'à fatigué and end it with On dit quoi? That's perfect for us. Yeah, but you know, I got this song called Yes You Can, You Will. And then I start realizing that I'm trapped in the prison of my own hits. And it's fine. It's a great problem, right? So now I'm not pissed about that. I'm like, okay, listen, if you want me to sing old songs forever, fine. I can sing them. Like, I love those songs. So if people love them, you know, I'm a businessman. I'm gonna give them what they want. But I want people to enjoy also my Afro house. And I want to pursue that road as well. And because people are pissing me off with that, the fact that they don't want Kaysha to be associated with that, I decided to re-release all that music under a new name. And I create a new brand called Monsieur de Shada. Boom. And as Monsieur de Shada, I'm free because nobody know me, and I can create new fans. And I'm gonna release Monsieur de Shada music only online. So because like in 2010, there's already iTunes and the platform. So I decided that, okay, I'm gonna release my Monsieur de Shada stuff probably 2012, 13, I don't remember. I'll start releasing Monsieur de Shada music, everything that is Afro House, everything that has that style. I'll start releasing it under this name, and all those songs from the second album, the sixth album, I rebrand them under the Monsieur de Shada imprint. So I do 2 albums secretly. Well, people don't know. This is my second album, I think, and this is my first album. So actually, this album, and maybe I added some track, but this album is actually more or less the second CD of my Kaysha 6 album, but all the songs are just rebranded under another name. And I start doing some singles here and there. So here's my discography, 2 albums. And in terms of singles, I have, a few singles. Yeah. Well, started in 2010 with I Got You, That African Shit that you heard a bit, Zaire Gun Fuck, Summer Vision, Toast and Car. I start like exploring music under Monsieur de Shada so I can let Kaysha be commercial. And it makes sense, right? You still following? Julie, you still here? You not sleeping? Okay. Hey Kaysha, do you remember a track I heard in a mix zook? I can do everything you like if you can come back to me. Wow. I know what song you're talking about, but I forgot the name. But I know what song you're talking about. Anyway, so now I'm like, yo, it's fun. Thank you so much. It's fun because now as Monsieur de Shada, so let me turn off the music again and play you a little bit of Monsieur de Shada. So for example, as Monsieur de Shada, I can release tracks like Fuck Vodka, Drink Juice. Vibing in Brazil. Or tracks like, I don't know, London, New York, LA, and Paris. Yeah. You see what I mean? With Monsieur de Shada, I become able to explore musically different stuff and go more into the Afro house, reggaetonish stuff, whatever. But for those who know my story, there was a time where I was done with Zouk music, etc. After the failure of the second album, I just wanted to do hip hop. I went back to hip hop and I just wanted to do hip hop instrumental beats. And the only person who was listening to my instrumental beats was Vanya, the mother of my son. I was living in Brussels and I would just make beats like that. I would not do nothing else. I was depressed and I just was making instrumental beats and I was selling them on the mp3.com back in the days. So, and because I was kind of done with Kaysha at that time, I didn't know that I would go and release the amazing Kaysha on dit quoi. I was like, I need a name to do hip hop beats. And what up, Jogo? And that's when I came up with the name Angel City 2. And that's what you're hearing. So Angel City 2, I started making beats like what you just heard was done probably in 99. And I've been releasing, I have 3 albums. Oh, I have 4 albums. I'll Be There, Reign Supreme, Bad Western Score, and Sunlight. Sunlight just came out. Bad Western Score came out like two years ago. And actually, this is under this name that I did all the branding of Trace TV. It's under the name of Angel City. I didn't want Kaysha to appear. I didn't need it. And all the tracks that I did for all the between videos on Trace TV. Sometimes you hear like those 30-second spot with a little bit of music. This is Angel City music. And so I got tracks like Bad Western Score. So, and yeah, you know, okay, all instrumentals. So great. So Angel City, I start doing hip hop, and sometimes I do some urban kizomba, like tracks like this one, Bad News. Okay, great business moves. You have your brand that is Kaysha, that is huge, everybody love, and everybody has decided the boundaries of what Kaysha is. So, because you want to pursue stuff in Afro House and etc., you release you release songs now under Monsieur de Shada. And because Monsieur de Shada is a lot of Afro House, etc., and you also want to keep doing hip hop because you love hip hop and you don't mind having 5,000 people listening to you, at least you can make money with Kaysha and have fun with Monsieur de Shada and Angel City. And Angel City will take care of hip hop. Monsieur de Shada will take care of everything else that sounds like house music or Afro house music. And Kaysha will feed everybody at home. We fine. But you know what is the problem? What do you think is the problem, Julie? My problem is my brain never stops functioning and creating new ideas. So I'm like, what if you just open my mind? Oh shit. A branding by talent and category to the depth of the universe that you want to convey. Yes, Julie. But, what up, Eve? Yes, Julie. But this is the problem with my mind. And this is the problem with, I wouldn't say genius. I don't think I'm a genius. But this is the problem with guys like me. Is that once we have the idea, we don't stop. So at a point, back in 2000 and back in the days, I released a vinyl. Of house music. And you know, I didn't do it under the name Kaysha, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, you know what? I want to do house music. I'm bored. What you mean you bored? Ain't you busy with Kaysha, Monsieur de Shada, Angel City, Elisio, Sumia, Taina, Isa, ABG, and all the beats you're doing for everybody else? And I'm like, yeah, but on Sundays I'm bored. So let me create a new brand called John Amari. And you know what I'm gonna do with John Amari? I'm gonna do real house music like if I was a white guy from Italy. So under the name John Amari, while everybody is having fun with Kaysha, I secretly release two albums, Ibiza 2015 and Ibiza 2017, and I release singles from 2003. This is my first ever single.
Baby, we can do it. Come on, we can do it, baby.
Okay. So, and then, yeah, some covers, and I start exploring genres like here with Falling or Wanderlust. You see the thing, I start inventing names every time I want to explore. And because I'm my own graphist, I can do a song plus a cover and release it in 1 hour. So I start releasing a bunch of singles, as you can see, plus one album, Ibiza 2015, 7 songs, and then Ibiza 2017 with 13 songs. That was like 2017, plus a bunch of singles, right? And listen, I have like, let me go. Let's go back to my Spotify for artists, and you can see that John Amari, for example. Okay, it's not Kaysha, but I have my top 40 songs, and I have releases, I have playlists playing me, and I have an audience of 4,000 people, and I can see where they are, and it's around the world, and it's actually fun for me who is super famous to go back from zero with my new names. But nil novice sub sole. Nothing new under the sun. Most creative minds have always used aliases or pen names to release their creations to a new untapped audience. Feel free to evolve. Wait. But that's the thing, Mountain and Julie and everybody else. One day, I decide to release a track called Good Life 2005. I released an EP called The Good Life. And in 2005, I released a song that becomes one of the most played song in all the clubs of Africa. all around Africa and all around the diaspora. This track is Good Life 2005. So this track comes with a video, with etc. Da 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 da, and everybody's saying that, oh my god, this is so amazing, blah 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 blah. Oh shit, Good Life 2005, mythic song. And then everywhere I go, since when I arrive in the studio, when I tell artists do this, do that, do that, do that, Tia, Beje, Sumia, all these guys, and even when I tell them do this, Les DS, etc., every time I do something, it turns into gold. So Anofela starts calling me. He's like, yo, these guys, everything that comes from his hand is gold. No, it's diamonds. And everybody's like, yeah, too much money. You are Diamantero Mazel Tov. And then my brains goes, ding. Oh shit. Diamantero. 15,000 people. And I invent another name. So now we have Kaysha, Janamari, Angel City, Monsieur de Shada, and Diamantero. So I release 2 albums under that name, 2018, 2019. Plus, I rebrand tracks like Good Life. I rebrand tracks like Good Life under Diamantero. So, same song, just a different name. I release Good Life 2007. I release Good Life 2010. I release a bunch of other tracks. And I decide that every time I'm going to explore African music and every genre of African music, so I can go, come. I can go, I'm a piano. Oh, and I can even feature Kaysha. And I have singles and singles and singles. You all know them. This one just came out. I mean, I just release stuff, I have fun, and I start having DJs playing my songs. And I can finally do. So I decided that I'm gonna categorize on everything that I do. Kaysha will be Kaysha. Jana Marie will do house music. Diamantero will do Afro house and come, I'm a piano. Monsieur de Shada will do Well, reggaeton maybe, and some Afro house, and who else? Angel City will do hip hop, and we fine, right? But then my little sister makes me discover synthwave, so I just create another name. Oh my fucking god! You. So I create another name, Davagani, for synthwave. So synthwave, synth pop is like African, is like Depeche Mode style, Miami Vice style music. So, for example, and you have no idea what was the music called? Yeah, you have no idea how I have way more fun doing all these other things than doing Kaysha. Not because I don't want to do Kaysha. I love doing my Kaysha stuff. But I'm not gonna say it's boring. It's just that doing Kaysha music is like breathing. If right now, it's 3 a.m., I decide that I want to do a song, I can choose one of the 200 beats I have ready by me and all the beat makers I work with, and I can invent a song right now and just really, it can be really ready and be released on YouTube at 4 a.m. I just need 50 minutes to do it. As Kaysha, it's just easy. I just mastered it. And I did so many hits as Kaysha, as a producer, as an artist as well, that whenever somebody calls me to perform, it's to perform old songs. And I have my old songs, as you could see, that are still performing and paying my rent. Like, I receive my full rent of the year I probably do it in 4 months. So, I mean, why? But like, I love doing Kaysha music because it's great, because it, still, I have a vision for my catalog. But I also enjoy doing my 5 other guys. But I'm going to explain to you my problem. Thank you, Mountain. I'm going to explain to you my problem, and I'm going to explain to you what is going on through my mind right now. I told you that I wanted to do 5 albums in this year. I wanted to do one Kaysha album with 50 songs, almost finished. I wanted to do, then after that, I wanted to do one Diamantero album called Dent in the Universe. Then I wanted to do an album of Bossa Nova. It's out already. Then I wanted to do a Jana Mari album called Sunlight. It's out as well. And then I wanted to do Angel City, and then I wanted to do a house music album under Jana Mari. So I was like, hey, I need challenges. If not, I'm bored. I like to, my mind is always processing, and there's not enough time for me in a day, but still, I'm just always having ideas, always stuff. So, But when I start, when I start, when I start having anxiety issues, and I was like, but where is it coming from? Other than having COVID, my daughter having Kawasaki last year. Those were hard moments in my life, and I feel like I've been burying myself under work to not cope with the fact that I almost died, and that I was scared. I was scared to leave my son behind, to leave my daughter behind, to leave my wife behind, and not even being sure if they would know how to receive the money from my catalog, and not having time to build the dream house that I want to build with a studio, and help all the people I want to help, and I felt like my mission is not over, and I almost died. And then we stayed home for all this time, and I was like, hey, I'm fine, I'm home, and I got my club Shada, so I'm home, but I'm not home. I'm talking to all my friends online in the chat, and I'm saying everything that's on my mind, etc., etc. I'm talking about business, I talk about all these things, but actually I don't talk about. And when I was having problem breathing, and I was like, what's going on with me? Like, X-ray, nothing. This, nothing. That, nothing. Pneumonologia, blah 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 blah. Breathing, nothing. Everything is fine. And then the doctor tells me, sir, you having anxiety and agoraphobia, and this is probably panic attacks. I'm like, panic attacks? I don't feel no panic. I'm always thinking. I never stop thinking. I'm always thinking about amazing stuff, good stuff, past, future, stuff that I'm scared of, stuff that frustrates me, stuff that makes me happy, stuff that made me sad one day, even 10 years ago. It's always there. I'm always like, in 1 minute I can think about all these 20 things every minute, and I've always been like that, so for me it's normal. And whenever I have something that's in my heart that is making me sad or making me, I just put it out, put it in a song, and that's my process. It's there in the song. So I felt sad because back in the days I felt like I didn't deserve the mother of my son, and that I didn't want to be with her, but at the same time I love her, and at the same time I felt that I would die without her, and at the same time I felt that I didn't want to be with her. At the same time, it was like, so I did that song called Trinidad. It's a song about her. It's about what I feel. It's about the struggle. I want to be with you. I don't want to be with you at the same time, or I'm not ready, whatever. But I want to build a family, but at the same time I need to build my empire, whatever. I did that song Trinidad, and all these feelings are there in that song. It helps me not be buried under my own feelings. But it feels, I start thinking like those past 2 weeks after I had the results from everything, and they were like, bro, like, listen, I still have to do some tests and stuff, blood tests, all that stuff whenever I want. I might go tomorrow actually. But I was like, why would I be anxious? Life is great. I survived COVID. Yeah, I mean, miss my son. Haven't seen him in a year and a half because of the situation. But I'm here with my wife. I'm with my kid. She's my sunshine every day. I mean, I'm home. Most of the time, I'm home or in my neighborhood. And why would I be traumatized of something? And the doctor asked me, like, but were there bad things that happened to you, like, this past year, like everybody else? And then I was like, yeah, but I mean, yeah, I almost died from COVID, but survived, so it's not a bad thing. My daughter had Kawasaki. That was nerve-wracking. Cried a lot. Was like, why us? But she's fine now. Then, normal problems here and there, couples go up and down. Normal stuff, nothing special. We're fine, we're great. We've always been the way we are. But then I was like, yeah, I'm always at home. I never leave my neighborhood. Maybe I'm scared of people because I don't know how I got COVID. I don't know if it was body. I don't know if it's my wife brought it from a shisha. I don't know, or being with her friends because they're less careful. Because I don't know. Because I was super careful, and still I'm the one that got hit hard. Maybe I just touched the elevator button, then did this, boom. I don't know. So when you've been hit by something that's been the worst moment of your life, but you don't know how it happened, it's not like, oh, I decided to do bungee jumping and there was a problem with the bungee stuff and I broke my leg. Never again. Yeah, you decided to do it, you jumped and you went bad. Shit. No, there's a pandemic outside. I'm scared for my family, but we are all being super careful. And me being the most careful because I'm older and my family needs me. Boom, I'm the one who nearly dies. And then my brain starts thinking about it. And my brain is like, well, maybe it's panic attacks. Like, yeah, maybe like all these club Shadas and all these things that you're doing and all this music you're releasing every Friday under all these names and is actually a way to entertain you and keep you busy out of facing the truth that you might be shook by this. Even if you're fine, you're cool, you watch TV, you hear, you talk, you give advice, you you go do your walks, whatever. Maybe you didn't face those things and think about them. And maybe if you think about them and take the time to let them in, then you can, you know how that's my brain functions. It's another problem to solve and another solution. And yeah, that's what I've been doing. And when I took those 3 days of doing nothing and letting myself, talk to myself. Hey, you're fine. You're good. Like, of course, the anxiety pills that I took for 2 weeks, and I can still take them whenever I need. They're very, very low milligrams, and I want to replace them with something like herbs and tea that are more natural, but they actually make my brain, I would say that my brain functions maybe 20-30 times more than normal people. I mean, normal people, no respect, no disrespect, but I would say that those pills made my brain function from 30 times more than think more than people to maybe 10 times only. Those 10 times I'm just like, I'm not working today, looking at the computer and not feeling any desire to go there, sit and crunch stuff, watch numbers, watch all the numbers. I watch those numbers all the time. I'm thinking about strategies, about like releases and all that. Like, and this doesn't stress me, but I just took a step back to recenter. And then I asked myself, like, then I was on the phone with Lil Maro. And then I was like, do I need 6 names? Like, because it is written in the Bible that you can unload all your worries into the cross. Jesus Christ died so that you can gain victory from all this. You should take time to rest, step back, retreat with God, yourself in introspection in the family. That's what I did. Here's another survivor, Malcolm Beast. What up, my brother? I hope you're good. I hope you fine, because you had a rough year, brother. And you know, once I was done with, because the thing is not that I need to take a 10-month vacation or 1-month vacation and not do nothing. I've been doing this. The thing is, I was just needing to understand that I had a anxiety problem due to maybe me just working too much or whatever. But I've always been a guy who works too much. But once it was clear, my brain takes it as just another problem to solve. And I was like, okay, what is it causing? What beep, 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 beep. Okay. But then, interestingly, I start saying to myself, all the things that are creating problems, I mean, not really creating problems, but if I'm so busy finishing a 50 tracks album and this and that and having a show where I talk for 3 hours every twice a week, do I really have time to be 5 other people? Or do I really, and like it was responding to a problem. It was, what up, distant shadows? So it's a process. But the thing here is, to me, in the simplification of and the recreation of my brand, Kaysha, as what I'm doing right now, as this second, which is to me way more funny and way more interesting than music itself. Listen, the music game has been won for me 15 years ago. So the question here is teamwork. I trust nobody. But the thing is this. Yes, you can start building a team. It's hard to find people you can trust, but you can find a team, right? But to me, it's not a team problem. I could have a team and said, okay, listen, this is Angel City. I need you to work to create beats as Angel City. You're gonna have a salary or whatever. You will receive your how you call this? Whatever that. You will receive your salary and just create some hip hop for you. Hey, you create some house so you can offload this for me. I could do that, but this doesn't solve the problem, Because the problem for me is not a problem of overload. It's a problem of over granulation. I don't know if this exists, but the over granulation is, it's not a question of I'm tired and I can't keep up. It's more of I care about Kaysha, I care about Club Shada, I care about Shada Wear, I care about Diamantero, I care about Angel City, I care about I think everything else I care. But I don't care enough to be able to take care of everything. And it becomes to this point where my reflection is not a reflection of self-introspection and oh, I'm just tired, please God help. No, I just spent 3 days doing nothing and I cannot do another one. If I do another 1 day without doing nothing, I'm gonna jump from my window. Now my brain is like, okay, we good. We rested, we chilled, and now my brain can stop the activity by itself. I can just poof. Music, singles, this, that. Oh, I need Lil Maro need me to do a melody for a song. This guy need this. This guy in Holland needs to work with me on something. I have to reply to these 2 emails. Oh, this conversation is worth $4 million and this one is worth 100. I could just be like, oh, this one is worth $1 billion because I'm doing stuff outside of music. But I can just decide, poof, pause, and let me go. You know what I did Saturday? I went to Dalia's channel and I went to have a conversation. That was great. I went to have a conversation about, trusting yourself, etc. Then I watched my other cousin channel, Joel, and Mountain of Inspiration. I went to watch their content because I was like, yeah, listen, creator mode off for 3 days. Let me consume other people's content. I went to listen to some Naturie band here. I was just, and I'm fine. But then what started stressing me was, why do I need 6 names? Why do I need to be 6 people? So at the end of my conversation with Lil Maro, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna send a massive email to my distribution and tell them to change the name of every Angel City track, every Monsieur de Shada track, every XXX track, and I'm gonna change all these names to Kaysha. So that was Monday. Tuesday, I was explaining to Buddy why I need maybe a new name. Wednesday, I was back to talking to Buddy, and Buddy was like, boom. So well, yeah. So I came up with a solution. And here's what I'm going to do. I mean, for now, I might change my mind. But for me, I like to make things that make sense. if it doesn't make sense, I mean, listen, it's not just a conversation between me and Julie. Everybody else that is here watching, you can give me your opinion on what I should do, and I'll take it in count. But for now, this is what I think I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna start small. I think that I'm gonna take my smaller brand, Davagani, right? And it's not too much stuff. There's just singles. There's like 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 19. Okay, this 19 songs. Okay, this small, this new, and I think I'm gonna merge everything because it's electronic key, alternative, whatever. I'm gonna merge everything into Angel City. It makes sense that these two can be the same thing. And Angel City has 6,000 people listening monthly. Davagani has like 1,000. Those people will be fine together. I believe that's what I'm gonna do. I think this is gonna be the part 1 of my plan. Mind you, I'm gonna have to find all the tracks, find everywhere there's compilation, go, etc. But I love doing those type of things. And I'm gonna tell my distributor, and I'm gonna have to change the covers of all the songs. Change the name from Davagani to Angel City. Since I'm doing everything, I do it. It's not a problem. I'm like, Sundays, I'll do it. Okay. That's the easy one. Now, I think I'm gonna take Monsieur de Shada, which is a brand that I love, but I really don't care about. I mean, I'm not taking care about it because I don't have the time. Look, 3 hours of 6 hours of live shows for a week. I don't have time to. You have to start choosing, right? I'm gonna take the Monsieur de Shada brand, and because it's a sound that is similar to Diamantero, I'm gonna change the name of every Monsieur de Shada song. So that's everything I did from 2 albums plus singles since 2010. I'm gonna change all this to Diamantero music. And because Diamantero, I believe, after Kaysha, is my most popular brand with 15,000 people listening, and the Amapiano is going great, I'm gonna create a bigger catalog out of Diamantero. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to, where is the last one? Where is Janamari? Janamari is the problematic is that, first of all, I don't like the brand anymore. I don't like the name anymore. Like Janamari, it sounds Italian. It's like, sounds too fake. And I have 2 choices. Janamari is really house music. So Diamantero is more like African house music, South African house music. So because it's house music, Janamari could be merged into Diamantero. So I have 2 albums and a bunch of singles of house. So all these could become, so I have to change all these covers and decide that it becomes Diamantero. Or they can all become Angel City. But Angel City is more hip hop, and but you know, Angel like a Diplo, Angel City could become hip hop, house music, and alternative electronic stuff. And Diamantero could inherit everything that is hip hop. Sorry, Diamantero could inherit everything that has the reggaeton feeling, Afro house, Amapiano, and etc. And now I have three big groups: Kaysha, Diamantero, and Angel City. That's where I am right now in my branding problem. It's not a problem because I could just let those brands alone and not do nothing and just care of who I want to care. And whenever I want to do some house music again, I just create a whole album of Gian Amari in 2 days. I could do that. But actually, because I had nothing to do, or because I decided to do nothing, I decided to create a problem to solve. And this is the problem I created. I just decided that I have too many names. And I want 3 names now. And yeah. And I've been having this conversation with myself. I'm pretending that it's just now because of whatever. But I'm having this conversation with myself for 10 years, actually. But I want to do something about it now. Because I believe that I cannot preach stuff to people and not myself apply the things that I tell people. You know, I tell people. I had a conversation with Joel the other time about Dalia's channel, and I was like, why you have 2 channels? Why you have Ma Vie Ma Santé and Dalia when it's the same person doing shows? You could have both shows in one channel, and the show is the big Dalia channel, and then you go, you do Ma Vie Ma Santé in there, and you do, if she wants to do that show, you do it here, and then you have the Dalia show, and if one day she wants to do a 3rd show, why do another channel? Put everything in the same place. And he was like, makes sense, cousin. And that's how they did that. I had the same conversation with Moto Music. Why do this when you already have a channel with 5,000 subscribers? Use that channel. And same thing for Joel. Joel, man, was telling me, you know, my cousin, another cousin, was telling me, hey, I want to have my channel when I explain stuff, how to use YouTube, how to create content, then another channel when I do this. Then I was like, bro, why have 4 small channels? And it's gonna be hard to the effort already in the world, and it's important. We go back to an hour ago. We are in a world where attention span is fickle. When in a world where people have no attention, you want to multiply your work by 3 by trying to break 3 channels or 3 artists when, yeah, listen, people are, yeah, they have 24 hours and they're bored about Netflix, where Netflix is like, they're spoiled brats. Oh, there's nothing on Netflix. Yo, you pay $10 a month. So I cannot tell this to the people I give advice to and not tell this to myself. I love all those brands. It's super fun doing all this stuff. But the time I spend on building Kaysha and continue to build Kaysha, plus this new brand, Club Shada, plus Shadaware that it's been here for long, but I don't have time creatively unless I start buying beats from and that, but then it's fake. So to me, I really believe that if I divide into, that was my conclusion. If I divide, and please leave your opinion in the chat. I believe that if I divide into and I group things in how it works, right? And I put everything that is electronic key, under Angel CD, even house music under Angel CD, it works. Trap, house, future bass, house music, etc. Angel CD. And then everything that is Afro. I'm a piano, Afro house, and then even reggaeton, whatever, all this stuff under Diamantero. I can now, on Sundays, instead of asking myself, who am I in these 5 people? I only have a choice of 2. It creates less stress because I can just work on those catalogs and build fans for those 2 platforms until maybe one day they get as big as Kaysha and they generate 3 times the money. Instead of, doing some stuff there and then abandoning brands and not doing nothing for them, I think it's counterproductive. And then you have just this thing where should the house music go to Angel City or should it go to Diamantero? And it's interesting because what they were saying in the Spotify thing that we just read, they said that actually the listeners of today are not like the listeners who forced me to have different names back in the days. The listeners of today are used to listening to a lot of things, and they will not mind if you go from one style to another. And Kaysha is proof of that. Under Kaysha, I did Zouk, Compa, Kizomba, Afro House, Coupe Décalé, Hip Hop, Rap Zouk R&B, Mapuka, House Music, etc., 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 etc. And actually, what works, what people care are the brand. And as long as you have a great brand, whatever you propose, the people who you teach that this is what I propose will follow it. But then you cannot start. Like I remember my YouTube manager, the guy who used to be my YouTube manager, I think he doesn't work at YouTube anymore already. Yo, you should do a new channel for Club Shada. Yo, you should do a new channel for your vlog. Yo, you should do. I was like, fuck that. Everything under the Kaysha channel. I didn't build all these following for me to have to rebuild all the time and then have to juggle between all the different channels. No. The tools are not here for that. And I don't have a whole team behind me. Whatever. I'm a one-man operation, and I like it like that. And if I want to expand, that would be different. But as I'm working now, and as a creative, at a point you have to realize, like, and don't forget, I also do all the paintings now. I have a new painting actually. Where is it? You have new painting. Woo! Look at that, beautiful. It's an NFT. I just did that yesterday. It's on sale in a platform called Air NFT. Anyway, what's going on here? Okay. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. Let's go back to the subject. Yeah, that's where I am. Talked to Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva said, so I'm giving you the opinions of my friends. Jack, who's a friend that he's a businessman, yeah. He said, I like the idea of just three entities: Kaysha, Diamantero, and Angel City. Those are actually the ones that sound the best, and yeah, they can just eat everything else. Merging. Bodhisattva said, have Kaysha being Kaysha, and then Diamantero eats everybody else. I was like, wow, that's a lot. Another one said, oh, everything under Kaysha. People will understand. Interesting. It's crazy how. So you know what I'm thinking about it? I'm thinking about it, and so I'm thinking, like, I spent 3 days just re-centering myself, breathing, you know, just controlling anxiety, whatever. But actually, no, that's a lie. I just was like, okay, those problems, bye. Let me find new problems. And I decided that, yeah, branding would be my problem. So yeah, because now the amount of work that you have to do, you have to send messages to the distribution platform and tell them, hey, this song, that ISRC number, that UPC, this is the new cover, this is the new name, move it there. This song, boom, 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 boom. This song, boom, 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 boom. These songs or so. It's gonna take a year to transform the 6 brands into just 3. It's gonna take a whole year, and it's very exciting. But yeah, and I have an album of 50 songs to finish, and a lot of episodes of Club Shadas to do, and I have to start creating a platform or a way to have sponsors and brands be able to put their logos here, like at all these things. And yeah, in other words, I'm super fine. I'm back. Ooh, Lord. Oh my God. Yeah, like you say, it's a creative mind. Kaysha est mieux sûr, selon moi, est plus sexy. Oui, mais en fait, Kaysha, c'est déjà un univers tellement énorme que je sais pas si je mets des instrumentales de musique house dans Kaysha. Je sais pas si ça fait sens. Tu vois ce que je veux dire? Me too. Doesn't make sense. I will not do it. No matter what you will tell me, no, I didn't do it. I don't know what you're answering to, but it must make sense. Jenna married with Monsieur de Shada. Monsieur de Shada is more Afro House, actually. I think Monsieur de Shada, what I should have done back in the days was rename Monsieur de Shada as Diamantero, but you know, but at that time I used to love that name, Monsieur de Shada. But now I'm Monsieur de Shada from Club Shada, so yes, merge the small brands, exactly. Il faut quelqu'un pour ton branding pour que tu puisses rester dans ta créativité, éventuellement te regrouper sous sushiraw et push tout le branding sur le branding global. Vrai, mais en même temps, that's a lot for one person. Je pense qu'avec 3 brands, ça suffit largement en fait pour faire tout ça. Parce que n'oublie pas que c'est 3 brands sur tout le reste. Right now, it's 6 names as a music, 2 labels, Sushiraw and Black Buddha Music, 2 brands as clothing, Ola Jarel for the wife and Sushiraw and Shada wear, plus one show, Club Shada, and 2 YouTube channels. The big channels is mine and the wife's. Plus, I got a bunch of channels that I don't use, and it's the thing where when you want to be effective, you don't do multiple things. You can keep the brands. It doesn't mean you cannot use them tomorrow. But for today, you simplify so you can work and be effective and generate income instead of starting to lose yourself in so many places. Tu mets Kaysha, Angel City et Diamantero in sushiraw. Là, c'est vraiment ta vision à la base de la base. Yeah, mais sushiraw, c'est le nom du label. C'est pas le nom pas le nom des artistes. Take care of yourself, cousin. Sleep well. I passed my 3 hours. I'm gonna go sleep myself as well. But yeah, it's an interesting conversation, right? 3, ça t'allait déjà pas mal mentalement, c'est vrai. Je ne sais pas si ça... You know what? Je ne sais même pas si ça m'allège mentalement. Parce que je ne suis pas obligé de sortir des singles. Mais c'est vrai que parfois, je réfléchis et je me dis, il faut que je fasse du machin. Il faut que je fasse... Tu vois ce que je veux dire? Et je ne pense pas que ça fait partie des choses qui me stressent. Je pense que les choses qui ont créé un stress chez moi, c'est plus tout ce qui m'est arrivé l'année dernière et puis ce qui nous arrive à tous, la pandémie, le fait de ne pas voyager comme avant, etc. Comme le docteur m'a expliqué, makes complete sense. Là, c'est plus une question de... In a business sense, does it make sense? Vraiment, hein? Je pourrais juste dépenser 3000 €, trouver un petit gars qui fait de la house music et lui dire, yo, fais-moi 100 instrus de house et je les dump dans le nom Angel City et je fais ça monter, voilà. Je pourrais faire ça. But I like the fact that it's me doing that music. I'd rather if I find a small guy, I'd rather actually invest in him and have him work and make money with him. It makes more business sense. But if I don't produce other people, it's because I'm tired of dealing with human people. So, yeah, the point, like, simplification is necessary, not for mental stress, but as a business sense. As a business sense, if you regroup your catalogs into just free, Kaysha is Kaysha. Kaysha don't have nothing to do specially, just continue making music. But as Angel City, if I can say that in Angel City I do some instrumentals of hip hop, some this, some that, some synthwave, and some house music as well. Then yeah, when I make a house music track, I just put it on Angel City. It's great. It's a new track. Create catalog, makes these artists grow bigger and faster. And same thing for Diamantero. If I just add a catalog and simplify what I do, then I'm starting to just... I don't leave the rest behind. And because if I decide, okay, now I'm going to take care of Jana Mari and this, then I cannot continue what I'm working on for the rest. And I want those brands to grow. I really want them to grow to a level where both of them generate at least 1,000 per month. And for that, I really need to concentrate on them. Like once I'm done with this Kaysha album of 50 songs, I take a whole month or two where I'm just working on those brands and I'm pushing them and I'm starting whatever. You know what? And I'm taking them a little seriously, if I can say it. And I just try to, and it's fun. It's fun to go from zero and have no, because in Kaysha you still have to satisfy some fans. With these other brands, I mean, the more they grow, the more people. But you know, like people know Kaysha. People come to my Instagram as Kaysha. There's no Diamantero and Jewel City places where you can go complain. So it's just me. This is like my little laboratory. It's just like I just want to simplify. As-tu déjà songé à créer ta propre plateforme de distribution? Yes. Ah, encore pire. De music? Yeah, but it's too late. I believe it's too late. It would be a waste of time. On avait créé section Zouk Digital à l'époque. Et j'avais dit pareil aux gens. Pareil, mon manager avait créé Zouk quelque chose, j'ai oublié comment ça s'appelait. Zouké.com. Non. Zouk. Digital something. Un digital store que pour le Zouk. And I told them, it's too late, guys. Like, une fois que Apple, Amazon, Spotify et compagnie sont dans le space, ça sert à rien de créer ta plateforme. I mean, pour avoir quoi, 10 personnes, 100 personnes, it's gonna cost you money for that. So, I'm not interested in that. There was a moment, like 10 years ago, somebody should have done a platform. Distribution of music for African artists in Africa and around the world. But the problem was how the payment, all these things, that was the problem. Like, how do you recuperate the payment, and are people used to buy music when people have been pirating music forever in Africa? So I was like, I don't know if somebody will make it. I have a friend who's actually still trying to make it. It's called Basics, but it's in Congo, and there's a few platforms in Africa that are being done, but it's the same thing. Once Spotify arrives and they come with like, it's just like when Twitter arrives and etc. People will just go to those big brands because all the catalog is there, etc. So there's a lot of things I could do in this space, but I don't have the time and resource. And I'm a realist, and when it's not realistic to do it, I kind of don't waste my time. Now, if somebody gives me, if somebody brings me 20 million to build a platform for Africa and Africans and the diasporas, I might tell the person, do we really need a platform when there's already like Netflix, this, that? Let's take all this money and create content for those platforms. So me, I'm in the content creation game. It is true that, yeah, I could have created a platform, but I didn't. So now it's the time to just create your platforms inside of the platform. So this YouTube channel is a whole platform inside of a platform. Of course, you are obeying the rules of that platform, but it's fine for me. So yeah, you know. But listen, my guys and my gals, that was a great conversation. Let me know. I'm gonna let you sit on it, think about it, and let me know in the chat if you have time before we leave or while we are playing the last song, or you can let me know in the comments of the video once it's done, or when I do the snippets, what you think about the conversation, what you think about what I should do with all these brands, and if you agree with me that dividing them by 2 might actually be the solution. Yeah, I hope it was a conversation that you liked. I'm gonna do like Mountain of Inspiration and go have some rest, because we wake up super early with baby girl to take her to school, and even when it's not me taking her to school, her and her mother arguing every morning is waking me up anyway. So I need to catch with some sleep, because tomorrow she doesn't have school, and my wife decided to go to her brother's to stay with her brothers and sisters for till tomorrow, I guess. So I have the house for me. I'm gonna go and watch me some Yu or something else. I'm gonna leave you guys with what am I gonna play? I think I'm gonna play some Diamantero, since we talk about this. I'm gonna play my latest Diamantero song featuring myself. It's called Are You My Somebody? Kaysha and Diamantero. Thank you, bro, for the insight. Again, thank you so much for everybody that do donations. Your names are here, and thank you to the stream royalty of the month of May. And Sunday we will meet and we'll have a conversation with Congolese rapper, artist Damu Manero, and then yeah, we'll continue the conversations, and I have so many subjects to talk about, and we talk about the news and etc. And we will also do maybe not Sunday, but the episode after that, I'm gonna start cleaning up and finishing my album, because if I don't do it with you guys, I will never finish. So I'm gonna start like cleaning and finishing the album, and like starting to do the order of the songs, etc., because it's time to push out this album to the world, because there's an album after that that's already waiting. This show is brought to you by shadaware.com, where you can get amazing gear, t-shirt. There's a lot of great stuff in there for those who are interested in supporting the show. Again, if you cannot buy a t-shirt, or if you cannot do a super chat, but you have access to a platform, a paying platform like Spotify, Apple Music, don't hesitate to play my albums. This is a way to support, or yeah, you can buy songs on iTunes, you can play songs on Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, etc. Or you can even play them on YouTube. Just let the publicity go. Don't skip the ads, and that's how you help out, right? Thank you so much to all of you for the conversation, and I will leave you with Are You My Somebody by Kaysha and Diamantero. Peace.
never fall in love again. I will make you my man. 'Cause my mother said she loved the way you represent. Are you somebody? Are you somebody? Are you somebody? The one who got the keys to make me feel again. Yeah. Are you somebody? Yeah. Are you somebody? Are you somebody? Keys to make me feel again. Yeah. Oh,